I'm not girl guidance, and my camera went down. I don't know why, but it went down. So I'm going to start this video again. I feel, and what this video is about, is that hardworking people should get a reward at certain points to help them throughout life. You know, I'm not talking about somebody making over $150,000. I'm talking about the hardworking woman or man that's getting these jobs and they can barely make ends meet. Yes, the poverty level needs to go up, okay? Because the prices of food alone, you can't afford bills. You work 40 hours and can't meet your bills at the bare minimum cost of things, bare minimum rent, bare minimum car insurance, transportation. To keep them working, I feel the government should at least give them a voucher every 15 or 20 years for transportation. I feel they should be able to give them a roof at a certain point, at least once every 10 years. I feel they should have a government program where they will supply homeowners or people, landlords, well, I'm going to say homeowners, with a new furnace, a new central air, a new hot water tank. I do. Because they can't afford it. If they can barely meet their bills, you know, it benefits everyone if someone lives in society and as homeowners and they're not moving in and out. You pay property taxes, but it never enhances you. Property taxes that came from the taxpayer need to enhance their life sometime if they're barely making it. We want their properties upkept too. I figured they should figure out some way to reward them. Like if you're single and you make it under a certain amount, they should give you the same thing they give for a child care credit, like $2,500. Okay? Because you have things you have to do. Maintenance on your vehicle, you're trying to withstand life. And a lot of times people lose their job because their cars are not working and they can't afford to go have a down payment for a car. They need to give them a voucher to keep them out there, to keep them strong. They need to help them and have a certain amount grants that they can apply for and easily get. You give grants to foreigners to come over here and they have $150,000 for their home, to buy a home. But you don't have none for the American people who truly put the work in to help sustain America. I'm not talking about nobody in the projects or subsidized. I'm talking about people who have worked, put in 10 years, worked 2 jobs. There should be a reward for that to help sustain them. You know, $7 and some cent can't keep nobody. You have a job making $15 an hour and you can barely make it, paying the bare minimum rent, lights and gas. I tell people I know at a certain point to unplug everything in my house for at least 4 hours. That's including the refrigerator. If the stove is part gas, part electric, on the stove, everything is unplugged for at least 4 hours. And some things I unplug it even worse. If we're not using the washer or the dryer, it cannot be plugged in. If we have finished cooking for the day, you can unplug it for the day. Because those things still pull power. The microwave, I put on the surge cord. You can unplug the whole surge cord. People like convenience. That convenience costs money. Televisions are, if they are in the rooms where nobody's watching them, unplug them. Stereo system, if you ain't listening to it, unplug them. I'm just telling everybody, this is what you got to do to be able to live without sending all your money to the company, even though a lot of these companies lie and give you big bills anyway. I have did things like, okay, we live in 1 bedroom. Okay. Me and my kids, when we were small, I put on a good space heater or a kerosene heater. Okay. And have lights and gas, but won't turn it on because the bill be $800-900 at the end of the month. And we all have sleeping bags and we can all sleep in my bed. Okay. We good. Get up. There's a space heater going towards the bathroom. They can take their shower, wash up, clothes. We iron it in my bedroom or put them on in 1 bedroom, and they can go to school. Now, if it gets cold when I was in Michigan, it's below something, of course, I'm going to turn the heat on to 75 degrees. I'm going to make sure, yet and still, but they don't make good space heaters no more. They make the ones you got to buy every 2 years. But the old school space heater, they last 20 years. How I know? Because I had one. And I had that space heater since I was a little girl. They sell you junk real high to keep you going out investing in their companies. But I'm that girl goddess. I want to talk about the government figuring out ways to support people who are not making a lot of money, working for low wages consistently and 2 jobs, how they can give them some kind of assistance. If you can think of some, leave it in the comments. I'm that girl goddess. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.